G'day everyone, welcome to a live Andamooka sunset. Clouds did come in at the last minute, but hopefully that can affect some nice colours once it goes down a bit further. So sort of better mute my iPad. I'm sort of going to mute the camera a bit, but I'll be typing and I'll chat every now and then. But yeah, we've got a special guest dog sitting with us, local hobo. So yeah. So yeah, it's about 10 past 8 South Australian time, and yeah, the clouds hopefully add to some colours when that sun gets a bit lower. It's probably not at the horizon yet. It was really hot today, around the 39 mark plus. And AB1, how are you? Yeah, so we're on top of, I think it's One Tree Hill, the observatory up at Andamooka anyway. And it's been used as sort of a stargazing with telescopes and that for, it's quite raised up and town lights kind of hidden, even though that's minimal anyway. So the lighting's really good for stargazing out here. Might even, yeah, stick around and have a look how the stars turn out. I'm not sure if this camera is going to pick it up too well though. I can't get it to pick up at best of times at night, let alone with a live stream. We'll see what happens. I was going to bring some opal out and start showing that too, but I don't see how I'm going to be able to do the both. I need to be able to use a second camera. G'day, Michaela. How you feeling? Yeah, Dad's right next to me, mate. Ready, Dad?
Yep, I'm ready. Hi, Chuck. How are ya?
3:41, 4th of December. So yeah, today's my dad's birthday. Happy birthday, Dad. I hope you're having a drink or two over there in Melbourne. I think he's at Laverton. So happy birthday, old boy. Wish you were up here with us. Bone, righto. Bone. Okay. I'm not sure quite what to make of that yet, but that's pretty funny. Yeah, it's nice and, well, it's not cold, but it's reasonably cool now, so it's pretty cool. Thanks, Bone. I'm gonna call you Bone from now on. Yeah, it's pretty quiet in town this time of year now. I think the water sort of did a bit out of the mining side of things for people, and anyone who was going to head out to the coast or whatever for the rest of the summer, they've kind of made that decision already. But there's definitely going to be a few people in town for Christmas too. I damn wish I could be up here too. Hint to my missus. Want to spend next year Christmas in Andamooka if possible, please. There's air conditioning. We'll be all good. Ah, cheers. So yeah, here's our little resident friend here. Hey puppy, how you going? You're a friendly sort, aren't you? You got a bit of drool. There you going. See, you're gonna get too much. Too much attention coming up here. Hang on, up down, up down. That's my battery pack. Oh, that's my cord. Yeah. Come on, up down. Cheers, Pat. What is it? Never do live TV with animals and children. No. Yo. So yeah, no, I'll be heading off tomorrow back to Adelaide, and yeah, I thought since we're out and about today and we got a bit done, it was a short weekend up here. Might as well sit out here, and if anyone's ever interested in live cams and stuff like that, they may like this one while it's live. Won't be really that exciting to watch after it's not. But yeah, basically where I live, I get that view from the top of another hill, and that sunset I'd include sometimes in my G'day Andy, how are you, mate? UK? And yeah, that's where I shoot my time-lapse videos for the sunsets and that. Get some really cool shots. 22, oh, 2.2. Wow. That'd be pretty chilly. Crisp. I think I'd walk around with shoes on fire. Keep my feet warm.
We're currently still at 34.
34, is it?
Yeah, 34.
Apparently it's around about 34 degrees still up here. It seems, to be honest, a lot cooler than that. I'd say it's in the mid to high 20s still, but Yeah, no, I didn't think I'd pull some opal out yet. I don't think the camera's going to pick it up, especially trying to film this at the same time. So I thought, oh well, we'll just enjoy this. And if anyone wanted to chat and yeah, any questions or anything, feel free to ask away. I'll see what I can do while we're here. Probably easier talking answers too than typing them out sometimes. Although I'm a bit more filtered when I type it out. Yeah, right, yep. Yeah, no, it was quite pleasant down there. It's kind of like the water throughout the year, probably changes about 4 to 8 degrees, if that. Just depends on your body temperature as to what contrast you feel, hot or cold. So it's actually, you go underground in the winter and you can feel it's considerably warmer underground. Lots of swallows flying around over here. Just tilt that way a bit, I'm not sure if we're going to pick them up. Chasing bugs over by that tree. A local bird population. Cheers, Forrester. Yes, I've downed a couple of small scotches. I like mine with iced coffee. Farmers Union, South Australian, thank you. No one will ever understand it unless you've had a Farmers Union iced coffee. They're quite favoured here. It's finally good to travel to other states and see it stocked in their shelves too. I'm pretty sure my dad will be on the beers. Thanks, Andy. Yep. Yeah, it's quite a few different things they store underground. I've watched in documentaries. Cheese. Apparently America stocks a lot of cheese underground for some, I don't know, it was some American government policy, I think, back in the day of making sure all the kids have got cheese, or just in case something happens, we need a cheese supply. Somehow that's important. Probably for the calcium, I don't know. I think they were doing it at one stage when they made sure every kid at school got one or something. Someone from the US might be able to clear that up. Not a problem, Ed. The other thing I heard was they store things like I think it's old salt mines that they've all, there's like miles and miles of acreage under there of storage. So they put shelving in there, and it's great to keep the moisture content down so that they can store film from back in the day. I don't know if it's also to do with oxygen level or something, but yeah, they don't deteriorate as quick, if at all, down in the salt mines. Yeah. I'd honestly, after I've been up here, I'd literally have absolutely no problem building myself a 10-story mansion underground. Need an elevator, but I would not be phased at all being underground. As long as it's a nice structural section. Not too much ground movement that can be visible. But yeah, it's absolutely like your electricity, power, heating, cooling bill, gee, say goodbye to that. Just enjoy perfect weather. Maybe put a skylight down to the basement. Do some sunbaking underground. Yeah, right, eh? Yep. Government cheese, that's the one, yeah. I was only watching it the other month or something, but I don't pay attention fully to some things, so I can't tell you more than what I remembered. Yeah, definitely. The cost of it's almost like, yeah, well, we made a fortune mining here. What do we do with the whole storage? We could charge for that too. Yeah, there's miles of storage out here. Noodling. Oh, what should I do? I'm not sure because Jason's going to be leaving early in the morning, so he's going to kind of head to bed a bit later. And
I'll probably go for a little bit.
yeah, right. I've been given that we might be able to get out there for a little bit, so I'll play that one by ear.
I'll just put new batteries in the torch.
We're going to need batteries in the torches. It sounds like it's a go.
Yeah, we'll go.
We'll just have to figure out somewhere we can go. Yeah. Might even head over my way. At least spot that by light.
We'll go over towards the airstrip.
Yeah, I will go somewhere.
Yeah, I'll go somewhere around there.
Yeah, I reckon, yeah, head over my way. I sort of know the ground better.
Yeah.
I sort of know where I can and can't go in the dark. That's a big thing. You don't want to wander around in the dark and then find yourself picking on someone's claim because you couldn't see posts at night. So I'll just be, yeah, cautious. So last I looked, there was another new claim out in my area. There's been a couple put up. New neighbours.
Off you go.
Yeah, righto. Land docks as the system fits rigs, yeah. Wow. Just driving in trailer loads. Wow. That's some serious cheese. No wonder they call it the big cheese. They're starting to turn a little bit yellowish. I like it when it goes all apricots and peaches and oranges in the sunset, but it's sort of getting there. Hopefully it turns it up a bit later. Sometimes the clouds can actually add to that effect. You get some nice pinks, purples too. It just reminds you, like, I know you get these sunsets elsewhere, but in Andamooka where you got the opal and it's like sunsets like that, it's just blends in, suits the place. Feeding time for puppy. Turned his homing beacon on and headed for home.
Out in the middle there, running around.
Bit of a cocky population out here, glass, I should say. Not sure if anyone can hear that. Having a chat down there by the creek. Crickets are out chirping. We're getting to that time of night where I should probably stop sitting on the ground too. Everything starts coming out and creeping and crawling. Nature is absolute, like, just the gold standard. Yep. Art imitates life. You certainly can. I don't know if that's just like a new YouTube feature. That is, I was confused to start with when it started happening. I'm like, what's my YouTube doing on my screen? Never did this before. And I'm like, hey, that's pretty cool. Now you can pause and zoom in and you can be a real stalker. I mean, sleuth. Not sure if that's picking that up. You can sort of see bands from where the sun's setting. No. Probably forgot. Oh, you can sort of see him. Dunk, 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 dunk. Reminds me of the military badge on the side of the hats with the sunset. Someone correct me, sunrise. I'm not sure. Yep. It's not like they announce it. All of a sudden you get an update or something's changed and the next thing your phone, what is it, my phone last update, it changed where it displays my messages when my phone's locked and now it stacks them at the bottom instead of just listing them out at the top. It's like, righto, there goes my muscle memory. Retrain your hand. Straighten up this horizon. There we go. So yeah, head back to Adelaide tomorrow. Start this week looking into ordering the gold for a design on a couple of rings. That'll be an upcoming video and it won't be straightforward. Hopefully it'll be a little bit more intricate. Stuff it up a bit. Yeah, mine runs fun, especially if they don't check it too well or they've just done so well that they're like, we're all good, send it on. Oh, look, the skies are so clear. You literally, if you can just lie down, stare up at the sky and sort of, where you start getting your peripherals in and you're just sort of staring out literally into space, you catch out the corner of your eye here and there so much like shooting stars, surely every 10 seconds. And I'm not, that's not a joke. You can see like satellites moving at low orbit. Yeah, there's heaps of movement up there. And then there's some stuff that you're like, what the hell is that? So I'll quickly do another pan around. Let's see what the countryside looks like at this time of night. Absolutely picturesque out here. Yeah. Yeah, changes the size of the keyboard or something. Yeah, it just puts everything out. Next thing you're doing things you didn't even know your phone could do, because apparently that's the new way to function it. You got to change the way you did things. It's very annoying. I don't know who the brains are behind it at Apple that turn around and they're like, oh, I reckon everybody will like this. It's kind of a one-size-fits-all statement. It's like, well, actually, I don't like change. I'm hoping when that goes down a bit more, might get a bit more pinky into it. I'm not sure. I think the clouds are in too close. A bit too thick. It's usually good when there's clouds on the horizon, but you can see half the sunset under the clouds too. And then you get some really nice. Yeah. Talk to text. I was a bit, yeah. Don't know. It's you start talking, saying the wrong thing. It's something you've really got to be well versed on. You just got to know what you're about to say. Say it. Otherwise, you might as well type it for the time you say it. Check it. Correct it. Then when someone talks over you in the same room while you're trying to do it, yeah, it does. Just drops out of sight. The moon and one star out so far. Doubt I'll be able to see that. But... oh yeah. And there's the one star. When I say star, it's not a star, because the star's the sun. That must be a planet, maybe Venus. Yeah, there's definitely some nice colour up there. Yeah, cheers, Ed. Good luck. Hope you find some. Yeah. I'll definitely be going on black soon. Wonder if that's why the sunset looks like so bright. You're getting more of colour on black without the glare of the light that's coming at you. I reckon if you rub it back a bit more, that cloudy inclusion will come out. Oh, tower's starting to light up. Oh, green light's on. Let's have a look over here. That looks pretty. This tower here. It's kind of Christmassy when it lights up. I have to probably wait till it gets a bit darker and a bit of a light show on it. You can pretty much see it from all over town. So yeah, back to Adelaide tomorrow and get on with some work. Plenty to cut, plenty to make, plenty to treat. Got a couple of things I've got to come up with too soon. Casting kit I've got to get to. Clay moulding, Delft clay. I've had it for probably a couple of years before I started this channel too, but I got some silver clay, precious metal clay. You sort of mould and shape it and all that sort of thing. And then you just hit it with a blowtorch, burn it off, try not to melt it. And you know, you can baste it on stuff that you don't mind burning away, and you sort of leave the print of it on so you can sort of cast with it slightly, or impression marks, whatever. And yeah, that's something else I want to get to. So much I want to do, kid in a candy shop. But of lately, it's sort of, I felt a little bit repetitive, to be honest. Sort of one thing similar to the next. The only change was the opal. But yeah. G'day, Jeff. Yes, it's a great combo. I just wish the colour in the ground was as easy to spot. Yeah, that's going to be a game changer. There's a few bugs out tonight. Definite game changer for the ideas I've got. I think I mentioned it, but yeah, the idea originally was we were going to do a cutting video underground. And yeah, a few things changed that, but also wanted to just make sure everything up and runs before I go head first into something and then go, yep, we set all that up for nothing. But now we've, yeah, proven that. That's hopefully become sort of a feature in future videos when I'm up here. That gets to bring you on board with what I'm actually doing rather than me trying to film things and go, well, I mean, mind you, you're going to be seeing it live, so there's going to be less editing. But yeah, it's something that hopefully, yeah, not saying strike it rich, but geez, it'd be good to find something literally on camera. That's the goal. But yeah, we've also, yeah, I think it's Gem Story. Shout outs to they, is it them? No, not Gem Story, sorry. I'll correct myself here. Curiosity Mine. Another YouTube channel, and I think someone mentioned it in the live earlier. They did a Lidar through the mine and just mapping it. And so, yeah, thanks guys. That was a brilliant idea, Curiosity Mine. We've sort of started doing that as well. And the footage, it's easy, you just point and shoot. The more you point at, the more detail it captures. It overlays everything as you do it, and you've got a 3D working model to just scan around and play with, and I'll probably show that in another video coming up. And we've got a little bit of footage to show, just a demo, but if you want to see that sort of thing, Curiosity Mine. I'll put that link in the description for this video, just in case anyone watches this and is wondering later. But yeah, I'm sure you can find that. And yeah, they did Lidar, went and mapped underground, and it takes all the extremities, all the surfaces. And so to be able to do that and actually sit back, you get used to it underground, but it can be very disorientating when you think you know the way things run and things aren't quite in straight lines, and you're like, oh, there's a bit of a curve there, right, so we're pointing east, not west, okay. No, it's not that bad, but you can sort of get slightly, heck, where am I if I was on the surface type thing. So this thing will give you a working model of your mind from front to back, left to right, and you can sort of sit back and you'll be able to sort of, I suppose that's what they were pointing out on Curiosity Mine. You can see where they were chasing, which way they were heading, where they tried to duck off to or whatever, and yeah, it's kind of interesting. I think if I can get in enough holes and start mapping enough holes and overlay it on a map somehow and see a lot of the workings, and if it lines up that there's faults running and stuff like that, might end up, you see from one claim to the next, it's the same line, they've been digging in the same line, and so there's got to be something to that. But you wouldn't be able to tell from the surface what's going on underground unless you went in every hole and you got a good memory and sense of direction. But yeah, no, there's, hey, g'day Joe, how are you mate? I had to catch up with you in the morning. Get back in and before I head off. Yeah, that Lidar thing. So I'm fascinated by things like that myself, and just what kind of mapping can be possible, or even from the surface, do a combination of the both, and somehow try to figure out how to overlay it all. I'm not sure if I need a program and a course in computering. I'm a bit illiterate. But yeah, see what we can come up with. Or show you my half-assed effort anyway. Language. Oh, I know. I'll give myself a slap later. And I'll like it.
I've behaved myself.
I know, thank you. You've been a model. Yeah, you definitely would. There'll be, honestly, with what's going on, I think, and I'll say it straight up, the mining industry should look into this. It's got, like me and Jace, we were underground FaceTiming each other on WhatsApp and everything. So everything works. Crisp, clear, 5G. I mean, I don't even know if my phone's capable of 5G, but that's the line we were using. And it was so quick. Like we walked towards each other after we walked away from each other, and then you can sort of in time with as you're hearing him. There's no delay of underground when we're just FaceTiming. There's a bit of a delay like here for this, but on direct calls and that, it was almost instantaneous. And to be able to be underground and have that, obviously you'd need to map it out a bit and maybe have a couple of points of aerials or whatever, so it might cost a little bit to set it up properly. It's not the best going around corners, as you probably saw in that live when I tried to climb in a couple of holes, and as soon as I did, I was out of area. So I think for safety, for a whole bunch of reasons really, having a setup underground, I'd advocate it. geez, we could do that, and we could get a robot digger, and we could sit in Adelaide and mine.
Okay.
Oh, now we're talking.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe. How do we go about this?
I have the contacts.
Yeah, we should talk. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Yeah, the camera's actually picking up a bit more light than we've got here. It's getting down there. Well, moon's up in the sky and there's like literally one cloud in the whole sky. Aroo! Yeah, it's starting to die down a bit now. Yeah, we would need a bit of money to figure it out, only for the robotics machine, and then, yeah, what happens on a breakdown and all that. It'd be something, but they do it on Mars with a rover. They give it a command here and a command there.
And then get it bogged.
Yeah, don't get it bogged. But, no, I reckon I could get a working model put together, even if it was just start small. Hey, we should get one of those, who was it? Star Force or whoever. The robot bomb squads.
Yeah.
And we could have one just lighting up the underground, blasting for us. And then you send in the loader, remote control, tell it to go to the surface. They do this in factories. They got little robot things running around everywhere, taking orders,
Yeah.
as in filling orders off of shelves, forks and all that. It's crazy. Welcome to the future. Yeah, my claim. I'll hopefully, yeah. I've got a bit of footage I can show you. It's how can I put it? It's the pigs would love it. They'd be like rolling around in it and loving it. Let's just say. Not sure of the nutritional benefits of it, so I wouldn't. It's definitely day spa mud bath. Yeah, no, my claim, I think, working on getting the skid steer, which hopefully we can, you know, that was my aim at the beginning of this year. Spent my money on other things and that'll make it worthwhile a bit later and we'll figure it out. But yeah, the swimming pool. I'll show you some footage in one of the videos I upload after this trip, of an actual, yeah, Hotel Andamooka, I called it. It's a million year in the making swimming pool. It looked quite pristine actually. As green and tropical as the water looked, I still would not jump in it.
That's the mineral content.
Yeah. But yeah, it's bit of forethought next time on putting in a scrape and figuring out how my ground's running and where I should probably maybe line some contour banks up the top to at least redirect it from just, you know, whatever lands on it can't help that, but rather than it running in from everywhere else, which is what happened, yeah, sort of on Jace's. It sort of came from up the hill over elsewhere and then it just cut a line straight down the guts between two claims and ran off into both. I think you got off the lightest though.
I was a lucky one.
Yeah. So anyway, that's getting a bit low and dark and I don't think it's going to get more colourful than that. So I might get my act together and
Go get a quick feed and then go.
have something to eat and we'll, yeah, might come back for a black light. Scout around. So yeah, cheers for hanging out. Enjoying the sunset. I'll yeah, get organised and head off and find somewhere we can go light up a bit. And it's just, it's going to be under black light, so it's just going to be a bit whatever the light sees type video, like underground to start with. And yeah, not a problem, Andy. Thanks for being here. Good evening, Jeff. And yeah, if anyone's up or interested in seeing it, I can't say we're going to go find something, but I'll just go wander around. If nothing much happens of it, so be it. Boltsies, yeah, no worries, mate. You up Roxby or you up this way at all? Yeah, righto. Working hard. Hardly working. Yep. Ah, nice. I'll yeah, if you're on morning shift, I'll be past that way in the morning.
What time do they open?
Yeah, what time do you open? It's 24 hour. Yeah. Yeah, no, black lighting's fun, but I kind of get slightly excited when you start spotting stuff in the black light, and I don't like looking at it till later so I can save the disappointment. So it may sound a bit more exciting than it is, or it might just be a total flop, but yeah, we'll see. Give it a go. 4 AM, yeah, righto. Oh, you might be in that way.
I might get another half hour sleep.
Yeah, he's on, or no, you finish at 4, you start at 4. I'd say start at 4 if you're working now, knock off and get another shift in with bugger all sleep. Or you've just started your shift and you're stuck there till 4. Ah, open at 4, work 9 to 5, no worries.
Oh, I'll get through.
Yeah, oh, might end up seeing you tomorrow. But yeah, anyway, thanks everyone, and I'll get on with this and we'll go find where I parked in the dark now. I've got to learn to leave my house light on. It's like stumbling home after a night out and you're trying to find the keys in the door. Anyway, cheers guys.